Hello, everyone. Welcome back again. For those of you who haven't met me yet, I'm Dr. Jasmin Ma. I'm an assistant professor of teaching at the University of British Columbia in the School of Kinesiology and a practicing kinesiologist. Again, here to bring you another little exercise snack. So I'll get you started with the basic while I explain things. So 3 options for your basic. You can come back to rest whenever I'm doing an explanation. Option 2 here today is you can do scapular retractions. So really thinking about sort of squeezing that pencil as if you had a pencil in between those triangular bones in the back and wanting to squeeze that pencil to hold it there on the spine. Options there for seated or standing. And then option number 3, we can go into a quarter squat and choose whatever you like to do with your upper body and your arms. You know, whatever makes you feel like you're moving and grooving, so long as you're moving. So a little bit of my preamble here. So you can go along there with your basic options 1, 2, or 3, whatever is right for you. Our equipment today is we've got resistance bands, we've got a dowel or a broomstick. This is my Swiffer, Saul's head, and options here for weights. Today's flavor of can is black beans. Okay, so again, still moving along here with your basic, just some things to get us started. So just keep in mind, your exercise today is your adventure. I will give you movement options, but you know what's best for you. If you need to make things harder or easier, you can think about our principles of progression and regression. So doing things like speeding it up or slowing it down, changing how big we make those movements, making them bigger or smaller, adding stability and support or removing that stability and support, and adding or decreasing the resistance or the weights that we're using. Our intensity today, if you're able and you're feeling good today, we are going to aim for moderate intensity. So you should be able to talk, but not sing a song. And if we're lifting weights, you'll have a few repetitions left at the end of the set, but you shouldn't be able to feel like you could keep going forever. And then just a last note on pain. So especially if you live with an inflammatory form of arthritis, this can be a process of trial and error. So listen to your body, monitor how you're feeling from day to day and adjust accordingly. But number 1, make sure that we're moving to have fun. So I'll get you started with a little bit of our warm up here. So coming back to our principles of ramp, as we talked about last time. So raising our heart rate, activating the muscles that we're using, mobilizing the joints that are appropriate and perhaps adding stability to those that are affected, and potentiating, so increasing that intensity. Move those arm circles forward. You can start small, move them a little bigger. And if you want, you can add some speed. Take those arms in and out. And again, there are options here to do this standing or seated. Up and down. Take that through the speed and range of motion that's right for you. Options here. Really sort of open up those ribs. Breathe deep into those side ribs there. Option 1, option 2, full extension. Moving into our jumping jacks, option 1 here for our side jack. Option 2 for our full jack. Here for another 10. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last little bit here for our warm up, moving into our sit to stand. Options here, if you're not able to stand, we'll come back to that basic, back to those scapular retractions. Option 2, you can use your hands to help you raise if you need. Option 3, remove those hands, legs only for that sit to stand, keeping those joints stacked. So we've got our knees over our feet, not letting our knees cave in. Here for another 10 seconds. However many you can do here, push it out. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Back to your basic. Options here for rest, scapular retraction, or that quarter squat. We'll move into our first cardio bit. So if you have a broom or a dowel, if you don't, you can use TheraBand just as well. I'll call these 3 to 1. So our options here again can be seated, can be standing. We're going to go through 3 different kinds of movements. You go through the 1, 2, 3 reps. And your option here is to do that 4th rep big and fast. So 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. So get it started here with our barrel rolls. 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. Here we go. And again, option 1, 2, 3, 4, or option 2, 1, 2, 3, pop. Here for another 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Up to the next one. We're going to a shoulder press. Option here for 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. And again, options here for sit-in. Here for another 10. Push what you have. Use myself, that one. Great. And 3, 2, 1. Relax. And coming into our last set there. So a little stir the pot. 1, 2, 3, pop. 1, 2, 3, pop. And reverse. Another last 10 seconds here. Other direction. Again, options for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, pop. Strong here till the end. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So come back to that basic. If that's rest, your scapular retraction, or your quarter squats, and we'll get into our last little bit of strength here. So option number 1, we've got alternating knee extensions. Really try and feel like squeeze that quad at the top of the movement. Keep those toes pointed. Option number 2 here, we're going to take our canned beans or whatever your flavor is today, add a bicep curl to that knee extension. And then option 3, we'll take our TheraBand, move from taking a stand, going into an isometric or hold of a bicep curl, and squatting down and up. I'll show you what that looks like from the side, and we'll get it popping. You're here for 20. Choose your option, 1, 2, or 3. Seated knee extensions with a bicep curl, or a squat, banded squat with a bicep iso. 5 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, so take some deep breaths here. Move into our cool down. Roll those shoulders back. Go ahead and open that chest. You can interlock your hands together. If that doesn't work too well for you, you can find something to hold on to and turn away. Other side, if you haven't already. You should feel that stretch in across the chest. Move into a little leg stretch here. Our figure 4. So cross that one leg over your other and push that knee down. If you need a little bit more stretch there, if you're not feeling that in the hip and the glute area there, you can go ahead and hinge forward at the hip. And switch. Push that knee down, hinge at the hip. Okay, great work, everyone. Again, you can always go back, return to any part of the video if you'd like to repeat again, or take a pause if you need a little more time throughout. Thank you so much for joining us today, and have a great rest of the day, everyone. Goodbye.